Welcome back to the Explore YouTube channel. So in this video, we're going to focus on a question where you will be given an array, and what you have to do is you have to count, or let's say you have to return the frequency of each and every number inside of that array, or let's say whatever the element is. So let's say my array is something like this. So in Python, generally we represent the array as a list. So let's just do that. Let's say elements are 5, 6, 3, 6, 5, 2, 1, and 3. That's it. So in this case, I see the question says that, okay, return the frequency of each and every element. Now, I'll talk about one data structure which I'll be using here, which is nothing but hash map, or in Python, it's known as dictionary. Now, again, both hash map and dictionary kind of means the same. Again, the information stored inside of this is stored in this format. There's some key and there's some value. Now, this key is basically the unique stuff, and this value may or may not be unique. Okay, I hope you are able to understand this. So this key is always unique, but this value may or may not be unique. So in this case, the frequency and the number, where should the number be and where should the frequency be? Should the number be here and the frequency be here? Yes, that's completely fine, because my number should be unique and the frequency may or may not be unique. I hope that makes sense. So apparently, like, 5 is going to be appearing 2 times, something like this will be stored. Then 6 is appearing, let's say, I guess 2 times. 3 is appearing 2 times, 2 is appearing 1 times, and 1 is appearing 1 times. I think we're done, right? 5 is appearing 2 times, 6 is appearing 2 times. So I'm just cross checking, nothing as such big of a deal. 3 is appearing 2 times, and I see 2 is appearing 1 times, and 1 is appearing 1 times. That's it. So this is what I have to return. Like, I can just simply return a hash map or a dictionary of frequency, and this is what I want. Now the thing is that how will I be able to implement this? Now this is the very simple procedure. So let's say my frequency hash map is named as frequency. Initially it's empty. By the way, we represent this using this curly braces, so please don't forget about it. Okay, so when I come to 5, I'll say, is 5 in my frequency? No, it's not there. So initialize 5 with the value 1. Great. Now I'm at 6. Is 6 in my frequency? No. So initialize 6 with the value 1. Okay. 3 is there in the frequency? No. Initialize 3 with the value 1. Great. 6 is there? Yes, it is there. So right now I don't need to initialize something like 6 is 1. No, no, no. This is going to be a big blunder or mistake. I'll say 6 is there, like, is 6 in the frequency hash map? I'll say yes. So please just simply increase this count by 1. Okay, so 1 increased to 2. Great. I'm at 5. Is 5 in the frequency hash map? Yes. Please increase the count by 1. 2, is 2 there? No. So please initialize 2 with 1. And then I'll say 1 is there? No. So please initialize 1 with 1. And then I'll say, is 3 there? I'll say yes, it's already there. So please increase the value by 1. And again, you can see, like, at the end of the day, this is how the information is stored. For 5 it's 2, for 6 it's 2, 3 is occurring 2 times, 2 is occurring 1 times, and 1 is occurring 1 time. This is what my frequency hash map apparently is. So I hope the explanation is kind of clear enough. Now, can you tell me about the time complexity here? The time would be apparently big O of n, because I'm going to traverse this array only once in a linear fashion. Hence, I'll say time is big O of n, because I have to traverse at max n elements. And what would be the space here? The space will be nothing but big O of n as well. You might be like, why? You can see, like, the space required here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here the n value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I see this 5 is less than 8. So why am I saying space is big O of n? Consider an array something like this. Consider an array to be like this. Let's say 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then in my frequency hash map, how is the information going to be stored? Frequency hash map, how is the information going to be stored? It's going to be stored in this way. 5 is occurring 1 times, not s, but 5 is occurring 1 times. 6 is occurring 1 times. 7 is occurring 1 times. 8 is occurring 1 times, and that's it. I'll just redo the process here. 8 is occurring 1 times, and that's it. So right now I see when all the elements in the array are different, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the elements are different, or let's say all the elements are occurring only once, then in my frequency also I'll be having that many number of elements. Here I see n elements are there. Here I see n elements are there. Hence I'll say in the worst case space would be again big O of n as well. So this is something you can go about explaining to the interviewer, why the space in the worst case is big O of n. Okay, and in the best case I'll say space would be big O of 1, because let's say my array was looking something like this. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Then in that case, I see my frequency hash map would be apparently containing 5. How many times? 5 times. That's it. Okay. So again, I see there's only one thing I need to store. So I'll say space is big of 1, close to big of 1. So that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the coding part. So this is the function I've created. Frequency of each number. You'll be given the array, and definitely you'll be given the length of the array, in this case n. Great. Let's begin. So I'll create this frequency hash map. Frequency hash map. Again, in programming languages like Java, I think so there's map or hash map, and in C++ we have unordered map and map. So you can just definitely look forward to it. Right now I'm focusing on the Python implementation. I believe if you are able to understand this, you'll be able to implement in any programming language, whether it be C++, Java, C, C Sharp, JavaScript, so on. So let's begin. Frequency is an empty hash map. So I'll just declare here as well. It's an empty hash map. Here I'll say for I in range n. So here I'll say if the element in the array at the ith location is in, or let's say if the element in the array at the ith location not in my frequency hash map, in that case I'll say frequency of this frequency with this key array of I, initialize that to 1. Else it means that the element in the array at the ith location is already in the frequency hash map. Hence I'll say, why don't I write something like this: frequency of let's say array at ith location plus equivalent to 1, and we are pretty much done with the process. I'll say, why don't I return something like my frequency, um, basically my frequency hash map, right? Again, you might be like, oh, I'm returning, but let's say in the problem statement it said just to print. Then you can go about printing. How will you be able to print? I'll just write it in multi-line comment. This is how you write multi-line comment. For key in frequency, you'll print in this way. For key in frequency, you can simply print firstly the number, which is key, and then you can print the frequency of that key, which is the number. So this is something how you can print, right? Again, this is pretty much it. I hope the explanation is clear enough. We'll meet in the very next video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.